All right, folks, special Meet the Member this time. It's Meet the Assistant Pro. Name,
Hi everyone.
please.
Yeah, I'm David Anderson, the Assistant Pro here at Flackwell Heath Golf Club.
Excellent. Oh, you're local, David?
Close.
Close.
So Marlow, so not
Just,
even 10 minutes away.
Yeah, so just down the road. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's cool. What do you, and this is going to be weird, what do you or did you do for a living?
Not far from what you did, IT.
Yeah, so you did
13
ID and then, so that's an interesting story though, because you decided to then get into the golf game.
Yeah, well, it was IT originally that took me away from the UK, because I've been away in Dubai.
Yeah.
9 years I was out there.
That's awesome.
But I went out there, I had a job
Yeah.
set up working in IT, and then did that for about 5 years. And then a few more years, that's when it all changed. Yeah,
You came back. That's awesome.
packed in the day job and tried something a bit different.
And thankfully you came back to Flackwell.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'd known Simon from before, and even before Simon, I'd played up here when I was younger as well. So there's still lots of people I know here as well. So it was kind of like
coming home.
Yeah, like a hiatus, right? And then just back here again. So no, absolutely great.
That's excellent. What is your playing handicap? Because,
I need to check, but I think it's around +3-ish.
and I understand correctly now with WHS pros will also have handicaps.
I know, and I'm quite excited about that actually, because that means if the directors or the decision it does go into the hands, I think, of a local decision.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah, you can play as a professional in competitions.
That's awesome, isn't it? Just to get you more integrated.
Well, that's
into
the thing,
club.
right? Because I think what happens with a lot of professional golfers, they get so
ostracized a little bit.
Yeah, they've got so much to do in their job, and a lot of them they don't get as involved, say, as they used to in the game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I could enter, I don't know, a couple of monthly medals or something like that, anything just to sort of, get the blood pumping again, you know. So I think it's great.
+3, that's a hell of a handicap.
Well, I'm not going to win anything, but yeah.
Well, I don't know. I've seen you play. I think you might. So you've just said you've been a member here since you were a kid. You've been around the golf club. So how long have you known Flackwell then? I mean, that must be 20 years, 20 odd years?
Longer. I think, well, golf-wise longer, because although I never really was like a junior as such, I played for a few months when my dad was really trying to get me interested, but I couldn't care less about the game. I was 10 or something.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I had no interest. And so that would be 30 years ago, showing my age.
Yeah.
But we actually lived as a family in Flackwell Heath. I was born in High Wycombe.
Oh, okay.
And we lived in Flackwell Heath in Churchill Close, which is, you
Just
could
around the
almost
corner.
walk from here, yeah. So I'm originally local, yeah.
Family?
Single.
Single? Cool. So any ladies out there? Very good golfer. What football club or rugby?
I don't support either, to be honest. And
do you have any kind of like other interests outside of golf?
I do,
maybe?
but
like
it's not that I don't.
Bowling or
no, but I mean, I used to.
netball?
I played football as a kid, and I was goalkeeper, and I played for Marlow FC as well. It was pretty good.
Obviously.
But
Obviously
when I moved out to the Middle East, before Dubai, that's another thing. I actually went out to Bahrain when I was 13.
Okay.
And I got really into tennis when I was at that age, and there wasn't really much football out there, and too hot as well, really.
Yeah,
So,
I bet.
but no football team or rugby team, but yeah, love the international stuff.
Awesome. What do you think makes Flackwell different to other golf courses or golf clubs? Or
That's a great question. I've got a couple of answers for that, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, before we talk about the course, let's talk about the social side.
Yeah.
And I know that's quite difficult to talk about because of the pandemic that we've had, but it's got a good reputation here for being very friendly and sociable. We've got a lot of roll-ups that happen during the week, on the weekends, and there's a lot of people, who just loved that social side. Yeah, so
cool.
Big thing. But then the course itself, it's unique in the way that I find it's always challenging.
Yeah.
And you might look at the back of the scorecard and go, right, well, that's not a very long course. You know, the first doesn't look like a very tight hole. I'm going to go and destroy it and tear it up, but it never happens, you know.
That's just after you've had 3 birdies in a row. Thanks, Dave. But what's the one thing you would change, whether it be the course or the clubhouse or the flag, maybe? It's always at half mast by the looks of it.
Sadly, it is, yes. If there was one thing I could change, okay, well, we don't have a nice sort of full-on driving range, and unfortunately, it's restricted due to the the
Makes it
land
more
that we
difficult
have.
for you as assistant pro trying to teach people, doesn't it? As
Yeah,
well?
I mean, we do have an area up to the side of the 11th hole, you know,
And the
which we
swing
use,
studio.
and the swing studio, of course. But it doesn't quite compare to having a full-blown driving range, which would be amazing if we
We're
could.
surrounded by town, urban areas. It's unfortunate. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
Finish off with a quick fire 5.
Okay.
Best hole.
My favourite hole,
Yeah.
or do you think the best hole on the course?
That's a great way. Let's go with what you think is the best hole on the course as a +3 handicapper.
Oh, okay. I would probably go 3rd hole.
And your favourite hole?
Probably the 14th, because it's the one you look forward to trying to get
To
a
drive it onto the green, probably.
shot. No, it's a par 5, bro.
I know. It's a short par 5. Worst hole. I've albatrossed 14.
You're joking? An albatross?
Yeah, driver 7 on.
I've never had one in my life. I'd love to have one. Hardest hole for me, unquestionably, is the 5th hole, which is a long par 3.
Yeah.
200 yards downhill. The ball always seems to stay up in the air for too long and move left or right.
So what you don't like it, or that's the hardest hole?
Hardest hole.
Which one do you like the least?
Maybe the 18th.
It's a bit
You
of a
know, it's
nothing
just
hole,
it's a bit of a lull. You know, it's a shame because it's the last hole of the round, and it's very
it doesn't
sort of
finish with a bang, does it?
yeah,
No, I agree.
which is a shame.
Lager, ale, wine, water, or all of the above?
All of the above, but if I had to choose one, it would be lager.
Brilliant. Play early or play late?
Late.
Best course ever played?
I would say probably the Earth course at Jumeirah Golf Estates in Dubai.
I've played it. Very nice course.
It's pretty awesome, yeah.
Very, very difficult.
And long.
And long.
7-7 off the back.
I know.
So,
yes, I didn't play off the back, but yeah, it's very long. Dave, thank you very much.
Hey, cheers, Brian. It's been
We'll
good
be
fun.
seeing a lot of you in these videos.
Yeah, so
We're trying to draw in the guys that are very good at golf, so...
So we've got something we're going to try and do, right?
Yeah.
Shall we introduce it now, or
no, let's do a separate thing on that.
keep it as a secret?
Yeah,
Okay.
Thank you very much,
Super.
Dave.
Cheers, Brian. Thanks.
Bye.